The third non-REM parasomnia is sleep terrors. Sleep terrors are most common in children. The child typically only partially arouses out of M3 the first third of the night with a piercing scream. Parents generally come running to find the child sitting up with a terrified facial expression, wide open eyes, and perhaps thrashing about in seemingly self-defense. It is not unusual for the child to be sweating, have a racing heart, and be breathing rapidly. At times, the child may even progress to running frantically around the room. Attempts to calm sufferers are unsuccessful because they are not fully awake and thus are usually still experiencing the hallucination. After about 1 to 5 minutes, the child will usually calm down somewhat and return to sleep with little or no memory for the incident in the morning. If the child has some memory in the morning, it is only for an image rather than a dream, like that of a monster or a wall closing in on them. Children usually outgrow night terrors, but occasionally 4 to 5% will have them into adulthood. Treatments generally involve stress reduction and identifying and avoiding other individual precipitating factors. Although not common, sexsomnia, also known as sleep sex, involves a variety of often inappropriate sexual behaviors that are repeatedly performed during sleep without conscious awareness. They can range from masturbation to full intercourse with a sleeping partner. Although sufferers appear to be awake with open eyes, they typically have no memory of their behavior in the morning. Most episodes occur in the sleeper's bed, but can begin with sleepwalking to another bedroom. It occurs in both males and females, but is more common in males. It is not associated with wakeful aggressiveness, and in fact, most sufferers are happily married men. Similarly, it is not associated with psychopathy and is usually embarrassing but otherwise benign because it generally involves solitary sexual behaviors or those with a sleeping partner who is a consenting sexual partner when awake. Sexsomnia has been found to be related to recreational drug use, chronic sleep restriction, and/or sleep deprivation. So generally, advice is given to avoid these. If another person is disturbed or could be disturbed, those who suffer from sexsomnia are advised to sleep in separate rooms and/or to even sleep in a fully zipped sleeping bag if needed until the sexsomnia disturbance fades. Claims can be proven false or verified in the sleep lab using the same procedures as sleepwalking claims. Thus, a false sexsomnia legal defense can easily be identified as such, and verified cases involve court-ordered treatment for the sleep sex disturbance, which generally also involves medication. Most people, probably including you, have experienced a sudden jerk of a leg, arm, or the entire body when falling asleep. This is called a hypnotic hallucination, or a sleep start, or a hypnotic jerk, and may awaken you or your bed partner. In some instances, it may be experienced as a falling sensation in the body. In others, it may appear that they are floating up from the bed. In yet others, the brief hallucination may be a loud bang or snapping noise, which is why this phenomenon is sometimes called exploding head syndrome. Treatment simply involves the explanation and reassurance that these experiences are common and benign. So this concludes non-REM parasomnias. In our next segment, we will begin exploring REM parasomnias.